Whatever happened to one of the nation's most shifty and exciting guards over the last decade that always carried himself with that cocky and fearless type mentality? This was a player who worked his way up into being an internet sensation, as it just seemed as though he had the ball on a string every single game, but also always seemed to make every single one of the defenders look silly with his signature hesitation move. This is what really happened to Ronaldo Segu. Ronaldo Segu was born on September 16, 1999 in Orlando, Florida. Now, throughout his childhood, since he always had a small and slender type build, something that really helped him was no doubt the confidence that he had in himself, as he had an on-court aura that allowed him to thrive as a freshman while playing varsity on his high school team. Segu averaged a pretty solid 11 points, 3 assists to go along with 2 rebounds a contest. But during his sophomore campaign, he took that next step, as he was a player who practically played his heart out every single game. And because of that, he really took off as a hooper on the court and on social media, as he was able to put up 14 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. From there, he just kept developing significantly, and by his junior and senior seasons, he was one of the smoothest and shiftiest ball handlers in his class. And once he got going, it was really a sight to see despite his lack of athleticism, as Ronaldo had a smooth and shifty type playstyle, but also carried himself with a cockiness which made him must-see TV. He also carried his own while playing against some of the best competition in the nation in the Adidas circuit, and caught a lot of attention while playing alongside Nasir Little for Team One Family. Ronaldo was definitely a player you just couldn't predict where he was going, as he always had a variety of different moves in his bag, especially his legendary hezzy move that always just seemed to freeze the defense. But even since he was one of the most popular guards in his class of 2018, since he wasn't the best shooter to go along with his lack of size, those weaknesses would be the difference maker between him and highly talented guards in his class like Darius Garland and Javon Quinterly. Now, Segu still ended his high school career being ranked as a 4-star recruit and had offers from schools like Florida, Florida State, and Louisville. But he obviously knew that he wasn't going to be a plug-and-play player going to a big university like that. So that led him to sign a letter of intent to play college basketball at Buffalo. Now, as crazy as it sounded, because he was one of those YouTube sensational guards coming out of high school, people expected a lot from him. And some even predicted that he would only have to spend 1 year in college until he would be ready for the NBA. But that's just not what the reality was. It was a huge learning curve for him. And during his freshman campaign, it was obvious that the publicity around him had fell off. He was only playing 8 minutes per game. He shot 40% from the field, 36% from 3, 72% from the free throw line, and only 2 points a contest. During his sophomore campaign, he improved a bit, as he averaged over 22 minutes a contest. He shot 39% from the field, 36% from the 3-point line, and shot almost 90% from the free throw line. And for that season, he averaged 8 points a game. Now, during his junior and senior seasons, he definitely picked up his production even more. As a starter, he averaged 13 points and 4 assists, and 15 points and 5 assists.
Elbows and blocks. Jim Weitzel told us about that at the shoot-around, defending those areas.
Just spiked away by Grant. Segu with the outlet pass. Segu to the rim, lays it.
Now, even though he always had an unorthodox type shot, it improved significantly during his last couple of years in college, as there was a time period to when he was shooting 50% from the 3-point line. Now, since there was some talk around him being able to go in the second round of the 2022 NBA draft, following his senior season, he chose to enter. And so after going undrafted, he secured a spot on the Memphis Grizzlies Summer League team. And after not getting a single call from any NBA team following the Summer League, he took his talents overseas to Greece in the second division, where he was able to become the league season MVP. Ronaldo Segu really took time to improve his game and really demonstrated at the high school and college levels on how smaller guards should operate. And even though his career didn't pan out the way people projected it to coming out of high school, his story is still being written. But the one thing that'll never change is the fact that he's a high school hoop legend. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ronaldo Segu story.